Ahuncho 92.3 FM. We decode and scan it. Na search Ahuncho 92.3 FM. Afen so say TV no a digital search Ahuncho 92.3 FM. Mo US air. One radio and TV and also stream live. I was so Ghana forward the diaspora also Kyei and Malibianso come over Italy. Evacho Vicentia, Italy, Vicentia, Gina Radio, and also Yawasua, Bibianso come and a Facebook and also no Rahuncho FM official, sir, every to me at Kyei. In the studios, Yawa Ivan J. Innocence is seated. I came with some Ruby Richard and so about Kyei and Sa. Now, the issues, no, as she says so. Over to me at the Wadrin Teddy about ahead of time. Via WhatsApp, 0541 82 5106 0541 82 51 06. Na yabejibri na yakenkan ne nyina nso e amount na bibia nso aye kama pa e amount ewo ho mamima Ivan akwaba
aska mejo so
na boko de
oh nyame adom e wese wada complain
everything and learning as a Ghana internet and the film.
Yeah, I think there is a major problem. Because you see, baby, we are say aquadrone any you know. Every single sector rely much on internet services. And see you baby na you such an internet blackout at that magnitude you know say apart from say affecting a man for daily life activities, no, commercially, no, so no, it was very negative impact. Ebenya, because I wouldn't say a job a man for far to in recent times, Uber.
That's right.
And then other your friend saying online driving services, and you know that kind of employment are creative for young people, then as a forum. So for the past 3 days here, you will be those people automatically they've been knocked out of business.
Oh
yes, so you can imagine. And there are several other areas. Sebi. Nipa be na ya adwuma from fear on the internet and as well because COVID by and actually and say any the BNS and nipa soro kote adwum so koya adwuma. So those avenues in as a foreign you but you see Africa time so say yedi so nyansa. Because yanya ya dwen say yankasa na ye baby bia ma ye ho. Always
Africa.
Oh yes, because out there by I'm told it's not just Ghana, South Africa for any more there, Cote d'Ivoire for any more there, Liberia. But I see say so we had the extent in Ghana the end soon. Yes, and just internet services and as for normal those data your friend saying network providers in the mine or no they outsource from other way into your connection they turn to man the back and digital infrastructure for you. Nanka will be so almost. Mr. Digitalization Baumia.
That's right.
Now we'll be saying to say how far and the market is saying what was celebrated out to the one and this is the raw deal. Alaska. Yes. Alaska internet services and as well, apart from those fiber optic cables and grounds but there are other ways where satellite providers may blow up because say there are other people or more access to full internet because the providers are by internet satellite link in as a forum. What I say. So we're trying to say as a minor yentimi putu your name in one basket. Say you rely only on network providers, either MTN, Vodafone, whatever. Say among my internet service, I mean say the whole country know we are running amok, and that is very dangerous because circumstance hereby is beyond their control.
That's right.
And then even streaming services, we are able to stream because services now here use who I say and you're related to either MTN or Vodafone. Your services provided through a satellite link. That is why I'll be to me live. Because the normal link, you're down, and the byte or more run, cannot do any upload. So with the streaming, and you say, "Be
that's right."
To be betting a show live, crana normally do not just have on the phone betting a show. And a lesson to us here, we need to create other avenues. I possible say young can rely on these things because over the years, because say network providers, or more. And they do their best to ensure that they wire across this country internet services in that form. But government and infrastructure, not to what extent are we getting involved to ensure that at least young Kasa can never to me assist and never will be not network providers na ayusu na yetimi afa a way to complement inuma no mo ye no sebe ya yekonya blackout bi say ya Alaska then we have an alternative. Oko government agency na se for na sa where amam for inuma na se for there are some they will have access to full internet but bisa won say oman no mu at the economic level ya dey adwuma no sign and share I think that this particular way by will give us a moment to
but and no what from sometimes man say digitize enkwala ye mom
so make as a vice president agudie na won ani so
agudie
na agudie ni wani so Alaska you can't digitalization the major and the most essential aspect has to do with the digital infrastructure.
That's right.
You can't throw the BR. You need to provide the infrastructure. So when you have the infrastructure, then you leverage the infrastructure to provide the services. To go to whatever extent of digitalization you want to go. The infrastructure must be there. Because I was say, how much Anabaumia the MPP are buying a committee to this digital infrastructure? Data center na esi wono Joma Hama na be see you
abucha mobile no na nkomwa computers and then you can new a whole lot
what see ade your friends a back end akwakosi your friends KNUST campus say in case there is a crash because internet na for dey be to me see that backup data no our KNUST campus.
That's right.
Alaska such infrastructure then as for now will leverage it to provide the services. So internet service now, you rely on network providers, MTN as for MTN can just wake up a day and for some reason can decide to shut down a business in Ghana. Okay. You can't do anything. Because quite recently, Total are packing out of Nigeria.
Exactly.
And there are several companies moving away from Ghana because they are telling you, say, the environment is not business friendly because these companies are here to make money. MTN is a South African company. Your friend saying, Omo Ebaha because so at any point in time they realize that the Ghana market is not serving their interest, they will go. Abanisana Vodafone is exiting.
Okay.
Vodafone is going. You sell it to Telecel. What I say, and over the years, say come back. We say a lot of companies are back. We a bit banner waton. Recent did not Airtel around. Omoya enkoye. Omoya day. Kabo. Your friends say when be a market.
That's right.
Even. You're from 027 for from say 027 for Tigo for no when you desert market no be akọ baby because they've realized environment anyway Vodafone him say a giant way campaign and so forth. So Alaska when they realize environment in conducive they will go. Barclays Bank go have Barclays nguyo ebi a wadwe say Barclays Bank agua ngui
about say almost
no they've exited.
Wow.
And that is why Absan Ababeto, the friend say, we are more run or Ghana. And your wins how the Barclays Bank still exists, but they are exiting the shores. What I say? So whenever Obia or into business, we ever realize business no in the favor no obey. So as government, those critical infrastructure, you must make sure Sebi. You have it available. So satellite and as for providing internet and as for no always said always you should know that option is available. You got cables and them in sourcing and as for Alaska and you're reliable to the extent and if it's a uno be Ukraine and Topadan as a foreigner. So what's it recently? Gas pipeline and Ghana, gas,
That's right.
Those terrorist activity or measure that then they will dislodge it just to create economic situation for you to me handle the same way somebody can. I am not saying that is what happened.
That's right.
And even now I was listening to somebody on BBC as to why some of these things may happen. Cables no share from her assassin and Casacran can even be turning because a way they share her and a bit me cause a whole lot of that kind of dislodgement or more cables maybe a cutting as far from anything can happen. So always there's an alternative. You have that one on the line from, then you have your internet satellite link. Always available. There are private companies who come here. Or internet service now delivered through satellite link. Sankasa satellite we don't better at akasa. What are 7 because The service is being provided. It's through the internet.
Right. So, Ivan, for now, Yasha said that my yamma as we should have a yambongura, yes, digital setup or say, or mobile, I'm not too down to one the other kind, so that after that, nothing you rap me with. And,
well, no problem.
Right. Right. Yet, as a wusu on a digital window center.
Digital center, Nakasa, so a trainee and some in partnership with others. I should let them come and tell their success story there. Yet that NDC Fasi say Omusi Accra Digital Center. Ebiano November 2016. Nema akande na wohwe mfoni na as a computer see one table see one no ko han. Eno mo de yes launch no.
Eno mo yi o mo sign the coin. In the mobile na e den na mo use.
She but how
is that possible?
I'm telling you.
Maybe
a man got to your home. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Almost free home. No, because we are Sanima. Because as at the time, and I have the pictures, I'll send them. As at the time, about 2017, I had a top and see home. Roofs were leaking, the floors were coming apart, walls were falling off at the seams.
That was just 2 months after the collapse.
Thank you. Mesewo, I'll show you the pictures. I'm a friend contractor who was a good friend of mine, Sewafa, Milan Bessa, Konakosiesi, Niamana, Kosu, Assay, and he did at his own cost. There was no connection to internet or electricity there. At the time, I take it over. 12 units now, maybe main one now, offices, and no one light. No connection to internet or electricity. Now, no, maybe friend say, I buy a Japadi. 200 days, you want to say. We equipped it, we connected it to high-speed internet. Not
right. So, Ivan,
Alaska, unza Brian bro, Chrome Hanina, this kind of increase politics as a be Nipatana radio so no kasa boom 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 sa anyansa bia nim na ye media nso aja dodo na kwaya dakato said o sikan. Oh yes, nipa no betena ha keka nsam no gum sa na wafa no hodi. Alaska say obi tena se make conscious effort say o si digital center. Alaska o start here no was here dan yesi wo. And your plan, you need to list what you're going to do there. Near my resources, and as if for our turn and as if for you know, I didn't the guitar center, and yeah, dying is you.
Okay.
Now, dying the air dying. A dying cacana yesi. It is obviously also the guitar center. Obe making sure, say, all the needed resources are even here to stock the place, you know, will either be purchased and also will be available.
Okay.
And son, I want making effort to be paid dying no crazy ho. Because a dying seeing that is the easiest part. But so what make it effort? I will make it sure that and Ghana hand won't mean sorry I say we could see the guitar center. A go through process. Exactly. And if it is something that has gone through parliamentary approval, you have to present to them items. Nema obato the service ever provided ho and no nyina beka cost no ho and son what pages are the next war. So the very moment about building no air cost no. Now on the other side, you know. Those resources now ebe come amana adwuma no are being purchased or are available. Alaska. So when your opportunity now kwatena radio so na okokeka sa ansem where the good questions e bi say I say okay apart from that digital diner omusi ya na ya dakato no ono ankasa as a minister na obaye no at the your friends said telecommunication and I say at the communication sector in terms of digitalization this internet way no infrastructure ben and on one akasa menso me buy because you are saying that this initiative will be initiative.
That's right.
One kasa initiative ben and our diaba when it comes to some of this digitalization and as a forum there is absolutely nothing to speak about. There is nothing. So this kind of cheap politics you will ever me say John Mahama see digital center and the bottom sika no this year. Aya Ghana for sika. Enti wo ba na sa wo beto aso a aya Ghana for sika na bi e na wo de beto aso. So adwuma no the Ghana for epa hu because if there are services being provided who cares whether NDC built it or MPP built it. All that I am interested in is the services are being provided. I am a Ghanaian irrespective of my political identity. I'm able to hook on and I'll use it. That is the most important thing. But this attempt just to flip the narrative to make it look like somebody anye BBR and dining and see what digital center was an idea that was conceived by somebody, put up the structures then as for, and she knows very well say the structures were there. But in the name of cheap politics, and I'm saying the reality is the the realities are dawning on us.
That's right. And this I want to put you in place measures.
Measures are today the say anya telecos now we can't have access to internet say anya telecos and they provide here. The ordinary Ghanaian cannot have access to internet. And when it becomes an emergency like this, a situation where you are bad, Sabi omunya this disruption which is beyond their control. And you see, if you can't sit here and blame MTN or Telecel or whatever, because yes, we know that they've been rendering poor services in Nasafo Adabia. But as a communication minister now, what was Sabi, a homaswasha the mouth, the Naman Sabi and some phone, what you do so I can't slow, Alaska. The bang. And a white one engage telecos no kase the rate at which a data boy dring our Ghana has here sabi among phone to data no they need to improve their service to ensure say among for benya quality your friends say internet services. You and I know say you better sometimes even streaming cry a challenge. Why would you seek out data?
Serious.
And the rate at which data ebo air kosrono because what has been her intervention apart from say young finance acquaintance so any shady deals this Kenny GVG young comma contract ebenye sika free na say ye dia boy ho ban no ye did come on apart from that you know services bank and a communication ministry no at me I'm making sure say I improve in this country. We've gotten to an era where people elsewhere are having access to 5G internet. Unya boss one there. Most of the internet way there are some who provided 3G. Oh, Chroma say. Na ena 3G at the other. Maybe phone a thought 3G at the same internet in is only very
well.
So as a minister, no, your job is to ensure say baby we are no advance here to a level and technology and at the order of the day. There is nothing about me ready out here say internet in Nima, you can't do anything.
Exactly.
Because even to upload your destiny to your friend is saying you need internet services. So without it you can't operate. So it has become an essential component of our daily activities and the Ghana needs we spend much of our time on our phone because all the activities the people are making money on their phone. And now go YouTube, new Facebook, and your business for a month for in a day when you have access to internet a challenge. Look at the kind of challenge you're dealing with so far as internet service is concerned. Call Krat saying, and now Kasana or can say Nyansan send him into Alaska. Beside upon Dudua Kasa Dudua Dr. Baumia and a digitalization drive, no. Beside say Ghana has a incredible send our internet services.
That's right.
Even Accra, no, there are areas in Accra you cannot access quality internet services. Our Accra, main Accra has a. How much more Kumasi, how much more Sunyane, how much more North and other places. And what effort and as a communication minister no, or in the ministry no area to ensure say they partner your father saying the telecos. Because telecos, you know, you can't blame them if they decide not to send internet to the north or any village because they are looking at the commercial value.
And to win over creating the environment.
Now may MTN. Na say yesi me mfa me internet nko sahwia me bisa me ho say me de me internet ne ko western regional anopa na obi aso nipa do say na yisu internet nipa do say na beto internet ama sabi e kana me bo atwe free hade akoho no sabi metemeka.
So value for money
because these are commercial entities. But as government, you know, you can step in and show say no, my people they deserve internet services. So infrastructure now you need to ensure that you route your services there. No, I am going to provide them. So all you need is to just link up. That is what you do. But the government is not ready to do this. Everything has been left to the discretion of these commercial entities. They are here to make money. And you don't know mainstream Accra no share the padodo betimi ato internet na se for ohwe Kumase, ohwe Sunyane, ohwe Tamale. Other areas no, they will not go there. That is why in 2016 this effort to lay this fiber optic cables across way no just to ensure that internet services will be delivered across the country. And on your priority. Everything virtually politics. Can some no gum sa no be afan hodi. And then I say the reality has dawned on us. And then telecos no say almost service no one challenge.
Okay.
So government, how are we stepping in? The digitalization though, but we want to create an impression on the internet by Ghana. Because they call him the digital man.
Internet for na job internet.
Says internet for na job internet. So digitalization now have alternative ben ayawo as of mine. So Alaska, you see how dangerous this thing is. Just imagine, we wake up a day and MTN, Vodafone or Telecel, or you're not deal with. Got government any because NCA per the communication issue. That is the official government outlet relying on the information provided by the telecos.
Rely on them.
So you ask yourself, say, government as an do to remedy the situation aside the telecos. There is absolutely nothing. If you go to any serious country like Europe, they all encounter challenges like this. But in America, apart from cables running underneath the sea supply and other mediums, I'll bet me access to internet because they have come to the realization that without internet services, the government will run to a halt. You cannot function as government. You cannot function because the financial realm, financial services, bank transfer, bank wire, and as for Ghana. If you're expecting international transfer, and as for it's halted. It's halted because banks, most of the payment they have a payment platform.
That's right.
What Sika transfer from an online as for go through a particular system through the internet. So just imagine, say, you're not kill out and baby agent, you need Obiani who bet you predict the internet will come. Or China, and I said the following day. Because where cable no your fans saying disconnection they've not been able to identify the almost kind of say or when a disruption. Right. So just imagine so you see and Alaska and you can't blame them because I know fault. These are commercial entities, they want to make money. So always and especially in an environment where regulations and way ministers and as a forum Sikano Mopentino, they are free to upgrade their charges at any point in time. And then we're crying first one. All this to internet will chrome her. Every day, be a man to internet to cry, and you should pay 60 to 70 cedis a day.
It's true.
Internet. So just imagine a week. How much are you spending? Oh, Chrome has say, but you have no other option because you need the internet. You need it to do something very important. But nobody, and the general say nipa na kwakoto internet na, then we are making sure say mana na nipa na nya value for money. Government ain't creating any avenue bia. No one said this cheap, dirty, childish, infantile politics. And I am and a digitalization. And I do we buy and I way na do we buy and I yamine do we buy. Same crass politics and I'm efficient. And ecosystem. That is the most important in Alaska. Ghana for here's a services in the Juma. Ghana for here's a alternative your friends avenue. Near maybe say sia. You bet me I switch it on to. Sebaya, you been say we have a secured internet services available at any point in time. And nobody is able to access internet. Nobody. Our country has a
and so digitalization.
Digitalization and say so the whole your friend is saying digitalization whatever touting now Dr. Baumia touting so obiti MTN not the same and button so pam ni now go to zero. Obeti voda obeti tell us not the same me way so pam ni now go to zero and government cannot do anything and you are proud of yourself and we sit somewhere and say we are independent country we need to celebrate me say but damn independence not as here independence. Do you understand the word independence? Alaska, we are never free because things like this we can't even take care of ourselves and I make us say internet and some of these challenges but serious country will make sure that they have an alternative. Exactly. Do we have that alternative? We don't. So one line goes off, we are affected. And it's not just Ghana. Most of the countries in the same thing, Africa. So if you sit somewhere and tell you, say, you are free, you are independent, and I just say you are just talking. That is why I may say always I disagree with greed, self-centeredness. Look at where we are 67 years after independence. Look at Ghana, where we started from. Because Nkrumah plan now Senka we were able to go through that particular line and I am telling you Senka Ghana as a country me a boast of a reliable internet connection. Sabi, we don't need a third party to be secured.
Wow.
Oh yes, because some of them never know the Google Akwemuno na kahubi. Ayebenye part where supply internet as a minor we have our own channels aside the other commercial entity. You think that the American government the whole internet services to your friends to your friends Verizon at TNT say I'm provide the services into the whole internet in America no should be in their hands. So when it goes off in their hands, the whole America goes off. Nobody will do that. But here we are. Apart from saying you mess it up economically, socially you mess it up the life of people. Your first economic front, nothing is working. Some of these things, so we can't secure. So how do you convince people and say you are independent? Because baby do things like this, places like China and other countries, will not have these things. Not because Saudi a bit to be because you said the disruption started somewhere in Portugal. But go to Portugal, they're having full internet connection because the sources are not just one. What I say, but yemi and mobiles, oko internet is where Nigeria for ATM, Cote d'Ivoire for ATM, yet here ATM. Liberia for ATM, even South Africa, and things it's just 3%. Very minor.
When you go to Nigeria and others, one more town to almost when it comes to digitization, one more what class and other. But yeah, town to you. The question we are asking today is Abana Mayon who said digitization, Dr. Baumia aging up branding. And we are, as you rightly said, Naturally, sir, none you see, and none digitization.
Now, digitalization, but would be a Bahamba catcher of Alaska. But we don't find internet in Massasi ways. And not internet, those made the app about sat up and go na app meeting within 1 week, and I can ask somebody to develop app. And your call and ya man for the actual blue ya. A young boy sitting in his room can do that particular thing. Digitalization by mobile money interoperability platform it's a platform that is in use in Africa already. All you have to do is to port in. Okay.
Interoperability, how much do they cost?
Interoperability, let me tell you, there was a contract.
Not contract to okay.
To do the interoperability. And that contract was to be done for $1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion?
Yes. That was the contract that was being executed or supposed to be executed. But at the end of the day, we looked at it. I think it was very clear that there were certain conditions precedent that had not yet been satisfied. The Bank of Ghana terminated the contract. And instead of spending $1.2 billion to do mobile interoperability, we spent $4.5 million because it was value for money. Instead of because they could.
Scope of work be the same thing.
Sorry?
Scope of work be the same thing.
Pretty much. I think it's even bigger.
Right. So let's just say interoperability, okay.
Alaska, me cry there, me even side some problem. Me say the fact and they say these are platforms that is being rolled out in Africa. Are platforms where all the mobile, your friends saying, and telecommunication companies are connected, and you can transfer from this to this easy at ease.
That's right.
These are platforms that has been in operation in most parts of Africa. So if you roll on. It's not an extraordinary something that you tout yourself as a vice president. And I wonder why he's the one fronting this. Because Baumia was not brought on board to come and lead this particular thing.
That's right.
As I can a communication minister and then there are the very people who are supposed to do this. But the whole vice president will go and launch some mobile app. Something that is meant for a minister and his. The economy is in shambles. Ghana's economy is facing crisis. And we want solution. And Ghanaians in Akufo-Addo are making it clear to us that Baumia is the savior who is coming to redeem us to the land of economic prosperity. Alaska, today, sit down and do all the analysis. Take all the economic metrics. Do evaluation, do analysis. The statistics, the indices, everything about the economy. Now ask yourself, say, and Ghana economy net is saying. So Baumia should be telling Ghanaians about the state of Ghana economy. Economy in Alaska. If Ghana, you can't be proud of your own country. If we are Ghana, you can't be proud. A car many out to the stand and look at the extent of doom air cover. And they try to play politics with it. Baby at the end they almost doom life 4 times a day. Then they'll use narrative, try to do extraordinary. But Alaska, I'm telling you, when it comes to power generation in as a forum, Baumia Akufo-Addo can't say, how many megawatts and add to what we have today? because abra 2008 abra na kufu ekono na your generation capacity 1,800.
Okay.
By the time Mahama was exiting in 2016, now it was somewhere around 4,900 and something.
4,900.
Exactly. So it shows a significant investment was done in that particular area. And the whole Lucinas are buying for bar. That is why they were complaining. Say, your friend is saying, excess capacity. Are buying utiaka na capacity. No, when I would they buy, I will be complaining about it. Excess. Because yes, I say I buy no. I be power na go Ghana for fanya hwe.
Okay.
Power na go ho be Brian timi fanya hwe no. And we are in the middle of doom so.
The question you are asking is say ono no dey buy and go complaining say it means your power not near in excess.
Exactly. We have the power and we have it in excess. And if you have told the whole world say today Ghana for our power in excess. So why are we going through a cycle of doom so today? It's because of money. May linking it to the economic mess.
Okay.
It's because we cannot even buy fuel to power your friends say the plant. IPP say do omoka okroma omo omo da sorry a omo hwe na government emphasize kana ma they shut their plant. Sa T1 T2 ni na se for so omo doom so ani because you own them. They are here. These are commercial entities. They need money. These are commercial entities. Alaska. So one Tianeka obedum the plant and that is what they are doing. So instead of the government will come clean and tell us, oh, we are having financial challenges. Alaska, they are not bold enough because Okan, because in the past, you know, Omwa linking Doomso to Mahama. So the very moment you say Doomso, it is Mahama. But the reality is one Kasano, when it comes to Doomso, effort to burn one makey, a brow buy to ensure that we mitigate the problem. And everything is politics. Common sika yedi tia weka krano, a better problem. Sa Eslaya. Eba say ye de ba betua ye energy sector we no ye da kwakwa jebosia
because
the ASLA no they form a consortium of banks our government do omoka a consortium of banks are now buying the omoka at the energy sector. So what happens is that se sika no ba betom pe then banks na nkasa ba ko be di animu na wa fa sika no na wa chicha ma ya di omoka because they know say a tax revenue and it will be coming and it was supposed to run I think for how many years maybe Africa crack a number of years a pay off that debt in we are e be ye free ho.
It is just an account that you create.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. We pay them. We pay them. And apart from criticism, for I call soon in oh you are. A business say light and say off.
Backup.
Yo.
And we young digitization.
Digitalization. A been yet light. Someone was a light in the call. So yeah, light. So we Alaska. So that is the reality. Common fuel a yeto and their power your plant crown yen to me and yet and then you say we have power in excess and power in excess you can't even manage excess power or some fast one say as a buying the other one power in the they are not power in the honor. I try say he will get a lot of your friends a megawatt into the stream. Say excess. Now what about now you have excess and you are still complaining say with excess, you know, you are can't or some fast one say and still Ghanaians are going through the same cycle. Alaska, enough of this dirty politics. Me say the reality is Ghana economy is in crisis. And that is what we need Dr. Baumia to fix his attention. Because some no man can't say Okroma say Abra no ba. Giving assurances upon assurances. And Ghana ni no to Obama Akufo-Addo no Baumia bia had the economy in mind. Right. Today, Ghana's economy is in tatters. Assured into pieces. Because and now globally. Why Ghana could not more Bosnia? And for quite some time now, what say a Cambosian sem Okroma? No. What say a Cambosian sem? Kenoforata Cotino Bloomberg. And then he was telling them, so your floating bond has been oversubscribed. And it tells you the level of your friends, investors' confidence in Ghana's economy. People didn't understand what was actually going on. So there are a few guys in Europe who decided to sit down and dig into Ghana's debt sustainability way. Say Ghana your debt, you know, whether it is sustainable. And when they did the investigation, they realized the rate at which a Ghana year Bobosiano compared to the economic position of this country, you know, something is missing. And the Omotan said, oh, wow. sa niema ye nama bonten ye tout ni nyina ye fake because a car government in Alaska what you be the assistant nchenum me be tan aka kiro say aye cocoa board at the car sabi a car mini cocoa board but aban na atam aye fro no ne kaso and or akose cocoa board na cocoa board ya ma me de na ye papa de
aban dia
and other government agencies are no more no. So when these people sat down and did the debt sustainability analysis, they realized say enkrofo ya frosters in some no ba ha be ka kire no enya no kre, so we need to take them on. And until the rating agencies in the shase a rating ya starting capturing all these things, we realize no Ghana economy no chale yentimi nkoso mo Mohammed Adam for mejebusia biem. So when we attempted to float our next bond after floating $11 billion in 4 years, you know, Omoka said, you better don't float it because nobody is coming to buy. You better. And the whole your situation is not turning around. Because I said you're too daddy. Bosiana uko biya mount. And you're turning around. And the Ghana for more how mudo musika basa buy mu because a buying a entity. Even private people invest. What is so or talk? I'm kind of saying, treasure bill then as a form. Yes, Nina is an investment. Individual with money I invested. Our government the yen near Manawaba. Alaska pensioners in as a for. I by us say dear Charlie, your carbon to be county by force. Yeah, debt restructuring. Out there, we are doing debt restructuring. Now, debt restructuring, people don't know the extent or how dangerous it is. You free say, what kind of sack can I know we? Alaska, when you are doing debt restructuring, the reason why Oko bond market now, Eurobond, people don't want to agree. When they agree to debt restructuring, it means you go for new terms of negotiation and over on this but they want to tell the government they are pushing for default.
Wow.
Oh yes.
They are pushing
for default. So you're pushing for default because uno be a signed contract. Alaska next year. Mamisika 1 million next year, memo 2 million. Na satam no sna wo default here. Sika no enye 2 million, be 5 million.
So it means default, it comes with penalty.
Default no come with higher rate.
That is it.
Because time now with me so you know, want me in this so. So what default instead of negotiation, some will agree. Say yes, you better negotiate, but some are pushing for a default. So when you default, then we go into the agreement, we look at the figure, you agree on default. And then you'll be paying that money. So you can imagine. Say, a kana yedeno, ye pushi kwa chiri.
And you find that abaya obe dibe 8 years.
Yes.
Oba who flow 2 shares, a bond, a man for the omujeti ababeshi.
Yes.
And you do I was a
yes.
We see your fan is some 5 years now.
Yes.
It means that Sa Canada's one over jaho.
Yes.
Yes. It won't push your mother pen, you know, tell me, say. Until you
push you to a default mode. Sikana interest na doesn't enable to be more. Yes, what default? And you know, and I'm catching say depending on the agreement of your what is secure board business a default to go ma. So percentage na would you 7 or catch who default to then you pay 10.
Exactly.
And they are pushing for a default. They don't want for renegotiation. Sabe about the same rate. By your check, na maboka become a baha for money. So you see, problem na there nimno, and your problem ketwa, your painting is a ketwa sana. And look at the dollar rate. I am telling you for the past 1 year, near your service your debt, and no dollar rate in a wuno. Yes.
I was like $200 to see I saw Yentia. It is a guess $1 in the back and that's all Chroma saying. And $1 with dollars.
Yes. You can imagine. So you see, the economy is in deep shit. And Omoka, they make it look like you see, Ghana, whenever you're talking about politics. And who live with the skills in here, no, and this in MPP now. And look, normal.
The media, we are not helping the country.
No. And I make us say sometimes, some no can't. What now we show because it's so dangerous. Ghana, baby, Alaska, and easy. And for us to even get your friends saying credit, your friends say investors' confidence, and the kitwa. For us to get back investors' confidence, actually, say the Ghana economy, and to go back and invest there. Now, country, our record of default in terms of say wabeju sikano next time we call her bond. So you see, they are even putting future government in jeopardy.
Default or not, say you see a can way or your junkadi.
That's right.
That's all your junkad on the count ya ni humbonka. If you are not there, wababa busiano, and I say media or to call calculus a fatcheme.
Yes.
I don't want it.
Yeah, Alaska. And it's dangerous. And you see, these things are happening at a time we have a president who assemble kids, children. Our independence can was someone like Ghana beyond 8. We are a proud nation. We are not going to IMF. Few months after, you come back and tell people, say, your friend is saying, Alaska. They will see you as a joker. That is why the last time I was telling you, say, America will be proud. America will be happy to sit somewhere and tell you, say, LGBT, you know, don't sign the bill.
That's right.
If you sign the bill, we will sanction you. I'm not for telling them who did the America them. Why are you insulting them? Because you are not a sovereign nation. Alaska, America cannot go to Russia and dictate to them what they should do. But what Chance who say win him answer.
And by your dressing, so shall you be addressed.
Exactly, because America was strategic partners and friends. As our friends, you know. LGBT, you can't go there. The last time I was telling you about Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
Saudi Arabia and America, our partnership, and go beyond even most of the Western countries. Because and no can be NMO Osama bin Laden better America for Bibero. Because Abraham no call Afghan 1979 call Soviet Afghan war no Russia for attack in Kamufuano but our Afghanistan. Then America echo ties rebel group nechi am making sure say they fight against the Soviet Union. But when you say wherever Russia be kobiano America titachire because these are two nuclear superpowers. They can't go into direct confrontation. So what you have to do is say and provide nema to expel them. That was the first time in America for a lunch sadly to your phone your friend one who saw plane no your friend sting missile. That was the first time. Now America quite no mention you see, but they make sure that they deliver it to those Arabs. Say we permit way for no free ho. No. And when I go for started in 1991, and now Osama bin Laden go back. Say, remember the rebels call Saudi Arabia, they call Afghanistan. We are able to defeat them. And he said, Musro said, go for no, ever spread it to Saudi Arabia. Many me boys, you know, mama a contract, you protect it, your friends in Saudi Arabia. And then the king there, on friend King Fad, does no, I will not agree. And that contract was given to America. And I am that relationship, let's say, yeah. And who called who said, or even the king no Ukraine at some point in time, Saudi Arabia government Pele. Your friend is saying Osama bin Laden from Saudi Arabia, no one the pound from an Sudan.
That's right.
Okotan Sudan, ya jane passport free in some Okotan Sudan. Then America put pressure on Sudan, and I also some pound free ho, man go back to Afghanistan. And they did the mass and your man a course to Alaska. This is a strategic partner. I don't know, make our way, so we have who the history behind them.
Behind it.
So say Saudi Arabia punish your friend is saying LGBT by therefore. Why is America not threatening them? Still, and then Saudi Arabia, but we move to oil now. Oil for no. So therefore, go day night. American soldiers.
That's right.
Till today, there you find them there. Why? Why are they protecting them? Because when they go to the table, Saudi Arabia has something to offer. Because Saudi Arabia decided say oil barrels now, or you carbon no, or so 10 million barrels a day. It will cause global disruption. And I know that then prices will go up. So they are strategic partners you need. Ask yourself, if Ghana today is going to the table with America, what are we bringing? Akufo-Addo and answer why. Akufo-Addo now would never table so and answer why. What are we bringing? Alaska. Exactly. People will respect you when their relationship with you, know, say, and they have nothing to lose.
Right.
When they have something to lose, they will make sure that they will do everything to sustain that friendship. But Alaska, me know where I'm for. The BBA, me toma, the BBA, me na the mount. That is the kind of role America is playing here.
Wow.
Because on one same-sex marriage, you know, some of the states don't even agree. Some are still fighting. The last time I told you about Alabama, my catcher said, we bay money, we are just over warrior. Your state had they don't come here for certificate in America, but he will come and tell you, say, the president shouldn't sign, and the finance minister will write a letter, go and tell them, say, president could sign here, and buy a financial dealings with them. No, why? Because we have messed the economy up, and Alaska, I agree with them.
Oh, really?
Oh, the economy no have. Say obit na ba bi dada say Ghana we economy we are independent. I'm say a dam and we nipa team.
So why is it that still in the face of mess in no aban this will catch us why ya dey obi under the Fourth Republic and
Alaska
the media
eno na ehu no sa enkurasem na sa enkurase politics na ye from tetebesi ne no eno na aboa yo because some of the guys in the media no Alaska in your media job no mo yo. They are mercenaries. They are dogs. Dog here there. Yes, they are just mere dogs barking on radio on daily basis, protecting a particular interest.
Oh, is that how?
Oh yes.
How you describe?
So you see, these guys are their friends are gagging dogs. They are gagging the public against the government. They are not there. Any agenda journalism and more yeah.
Agenda.
Oh yes, because if you look at the kind of mess Ghana women now gauge against the commentary on radio, the discussion on radio, the narrative, and how the so-called traditional media and more highlands, it can seem so simple, make it look like everything is okay. And if you look at the ordeals the average Ghanaian is going through, the mess, yeah, Koswa. I thought that the media is not helping us. My catcher said, I don't have any issue with the radio station, the TV station being affiliated or linked to government.
Exactly.
Open one of the biased network we are seeing. I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, I watch it every day. About Donald Trump, no more can Trump. I'm on here bedroom TV, no. CNN, so biased to the core. One of the most biased network was Al Jazeera.
That's right.
The most biased network was Al Jazeera. With this, your friend saying, Israel, Hamasi, uko commentary on man no. Ultimately, Mashada pa painting the Israelis as if say we born some through Israel. Oh, it's deliberate. You see, some of these things are understandable, but when it comes to the core issues, beyond where they belong where their allegiance is tilted to, no, beyond that, when it comes to issues now, because Alaska, you realize they'll have the issues one after the other. No. Biden.
Now wrap up. Now
Biden, render State of the Union. Unse Ghana, State of the Nation. US, render State of the. Immediately after, so, then see read the script, you marvel. If you read the script, this is a pro-democrat or pro-liberal platform. Obianim say omoye, and then Fox, pro-GOP.
Exactly.
But you see, when it comes to some of these things, Alaska, and some no baby no kre wono, what the better. But you have media no, and yes, I net here because oti one any frinting or oti odi obedi for 40 years. Still, Abrante yo na no.
Oh.
Your friend is saying John Kuma wo Alaska, young guy at that age. I ring a bell. But you see, because of your media no. There is something very important about his death. You expect the media to use. You be encouraging politicians to do more. The party office now is a Krumo. As against the hospital level Krumo.
And you see the party office no by you.
Exactly. So we have party officer, all glass party officer. Esu Sakrum. Now we share your friend is saying hospital is here. Then the media will leave this. And they were talking about your poison, and I am poison, and now autopsy near, and now we autopsy near, and now poison. So, Alaska, I just say the media no any focus because you will focus but not say Kenyans so much in the passe. Seven, most of our politicians are doing, a cocoa, a becayina. Alaska make us say it doesn't matter how much dollars you have in your account, and maybe do be you can't even lift your passport. O passport no won't even found Sakra and Kana campus wa copy plane afro.
Because when him say as you mentioned John Kumanaka, if you cry according to some plane no kura na come fu Kumasi kura na temale no. oni awon nti ontumi kura enkofo
Alaska win him and I make us say you're ready now. South America people in your friend say even people in the more your friend is saying conditioner any way crano they able to board a plane an emergency because you see plane no they say some of the helicopter and provide a like ambulance. I provide emergency service. So obi in a frail state or oxygen and as for a problem like respiration.
Right.
So that when all left in the planet the higher the altitude, the lower oxygen concentration. But this one, I'm making sure the plane no all the oxygen needed oxygen that we hear say at all kosra and just imagine say for the hospital way na ya provided baby for helipad na say for na ya ni na was whom and as a just na wu do you need to travel all the way to Accra? You go down to that medical village and if it is an emergency no here left na exactly will lift you because on board there are emergency kits. I will take care say oxygen, you know, over your stable. It doesn't matter how frail you are. Then you lift your man for anyway. Then you go and seek care. But yeah, quite yeah, by greed are blinding. It's the constituency num honorable san some hunu title in a nipa de. Na nipa diachi ya ba no mu diachi oji 200 oji 500 200 na yesisi adan akese papa we yesi apart from party office no si ye no yesi church a wosi ama na yere a esi ho anya adeketwa but wan hunyansa ansi hospital kase e woni krom a se bi ono ankasa ebetimi age no anase na one ne ma kokro no so na wote anajo emergency can happen. You can fly all the way to Accra enti odadwene ho se emre bi beduru ama ono sikani otimi fa na passport ko Germany ni na se for koda su home hospital odadwene ho da me say Professor Mills abra no president no we president of Ghana Alaska hospital where na was assist oyara ontumi nko.
That's right.
But at two emergency no he couldn't even pick his passport as president. He was forced to 37 at that point we near no ya de kasa o at that point we near anoa obaka just say I will hear na me president no famiko America bang at that material moment hospital are available e hono e do obeko pakwasi amisata the same thing. Former vice president wobuahe and at that point na betimi atam na de na ko hefa Germany America Australia. But at that material moment in Alaska, you have nowhere to go apart from the nearest hospital. And this is a year and when as a politician, see who yansa, Nanka media no so boom, a man for who say Sabi who nim yansa sa be yab one nipakra yama wan kasa wo because it can happen to you at any point in time. Yanko rally. A man for rally. So bet me free Accra hana wote o yere no ma wo ha. Obetimi akọ rally e wo sashi. Endu ko bushi sashia. Afene to ambulance do aba kolebu nipa wo yenyansafo a obadwene mienu so greed no adoson yemfo nsie nyansa me say black man has failed to manage his own affair because of greed and insanity.
Right. That was Ivan J. Innocence. I wish you have a come camera and net to internet delay kakra and commercials delay but mamin camera me koba. You have to so it's at 25 minutes into 4 p.m. So live on your radio 0541 882 Christ said you're from Alaska, the University. 92.3.
Imagine a world where managing your business is as simple as few clicks. Welcome to Projects 247, your all-in-one corporate software solution. From HR management to project management, from customer relations to finance, Projects 247 has you covered. Imagine the productive hours lost to social media. Need to manage internal and remote staff for 100% productivity. Want to have some staff work from home to reduce operational costs. Or in search of a software that tracks your workforce. And monitors tax assignments NDC but not present. No problem.
Yeah, it tells you to use drones.
Manage marketing activities, overall administration, and have comprehensive
electoral commission
departments in one place.
This one may give permission because using drones to monitor
elections. Yeah, that one. Yes, all him say.
Contact us today for a demo at 0228-701-41.
So I feel no matrix on Professor Jane and also when you
Dear Tefon, yeah, no, dear,
hospital issue, look at me, hospital issue, maybe a hospital issue. I mean, those issues, I think those issues now are some trivial way. Hospital issue.
Heritage Month no ebum enti uti ahoto FM no na wo nam Heritage Month no so enya tede March bosume ne de to so aduonu enum ekosi efiada March bosume ne de to so aduonu enwotwe ewo mfimpimienu ane aduonu enemu eno ane se wo betie ahoto mid morning show anopa no du ekosi sepremo beto yebebisa ogana ho abakosem amamre ben ane amane ben ena wonim afa oman Ghana ho na ne ko obedi nkunim no achane bebre e okọ ema no oman Ghana
Odo unhwe
Feel moisturizing milk. Eyama dear.
Dabi omedo eyama yina feel moisturizing milk eyama hunem bia
Feel me hammer dear and demufwa.
Anyo obade nipa kron a esiesie hunam no na ede aye
Feel moisturizing milk. Every round number money and nomi. Feel moisturizing milk. Feel me good.
FDIG Dragon Krato Yatu.
The most exciting show on radio, Awoto Sports Quiz 2023-2024. Epo Premu our knockout stage. Akentinka and a permanent dead yen. Abanameche Abuzu Sama. Wait to meet in Simbano. And Epo Premu our knockout stage. Obey you. One night now what's it in Quincy? Abotimo, whatever channel. Not the ultimate price. And Abufi. Ghana, you're the first time I qualified for World Cup was in 2006. The first game you win was against Czech Republic. When I said Ghana in the first World Cup goal ever. Asamoah Gyan. You were for Champions League. One and watch the goals to do all-time top scorer. How do you for Champions League? Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Mike Tyson and Evan Holyfield.
And I said, we're internal way. We're internal advert. I don't know, yeah, you free.
Right, live on the radio out on 92.3. Welcome back. My main cast at 29 minutes into AF 4 p.m. Only believe SHS a square what a PM anthem. Now, the Kenyan sir, Bomadi said when he ever took a set a PM anthem. I think we're going to million. Yeah, all secondary courses. Now, I did a fair our horses. What will BC now? What will SSC now? North Deck. And a BC a receipt in Brian Hall. Yababua. Akwenya walk from 1 and 2 4. Uni and Castle 0240 202148 0240 0240202148 now 0247 670 736 0247 670 736 now 0500 041 317 only believe SHS a penny for entertain commander BBA so any kama OKP Travel and Tours Limited a dumekwa ye the amount for 2 coin sabano say visa Sebano say passport Ghana card nenya a permanent Brian Hot na yamfa 2 coin Germany, Japan, Dubai, Qatar, UK any near kick out a yanya near Kenya ne say ya wala shibikla go star your Jupiter road uni OKP Travel and Tours Limited in Casa 0244 494536 0244 494536 na 0244 885513 0244 885513 na yani OKB Travel and Tours Limited and Kasana Ote. Now Ivan, yeah, call for commercial break. Now we were on health facilities and hospitals and other stuff. case study MP a sabi wanya wanya ne krechi akoyi we see party office glass in kwa na party office na si ho no wo hu nsu se na health center na si hospital enso wo ho no ma just a state in crisis in tatters.
Alaska, this is the sad reality. How you expect say nipa no more grounds no yakoma ne say emotions na dear politics no and no can hope in the ma we nyina possible. And I'm sure that people jubilated over say a more shiny party headquarters, but nobody thought about the state of that hospital. I will krum ho as a way yare na wu a e ho na ye do beko. And I am telling you, Alaska, it doesn't matter who you are. When you get to that phrase state, now wu a e ho na wu say the reality. So when you are at the hospital, that was when you see people in their lowest moment. At that point, you know, ye ni sika ni na yo hia ni o. Ebi a unyo obi a obesan o check do sika nyina ama no. Ama ewo no sesa na ye nka abesesa ama no. But oye ho hwe nyeye. That is why it is always important. Say time bia obenya bia na Alaska. Anya hwe hospital and hospital there. You make sure say you provide the services because we are see advanced here do nanima say even in America and other places you use medical services I was no still they are advancing. What is say papa wu ye what is say amanfo ye na ya poison and I am poison Alaska death certificate be no as so kwa fire ya so poison send nipa poison e cool no.
Really?
Oh yes.
Okay, that is your field.
Na Alaska na condition e kunipa poison in your condition.
Okay.
And you see, we are so advanced here to a point and most of the poison yes you di kunipa no. Alaska, ebi wura already ma. You can do any toxicology analysis, you can't find a trace of it, but damages a connect cause within your body.
Really?
Oh yes. In our hospital there is a particular drug, me modin. A common you use hospital pa. You do good infusion when they see so. And the obi person di wa that adrenaline do go infusion mu no or the be fa direct the amount and I say or the be gu mama na bro so amana dreni the very moment sa adrenaline be wura mu pe o heart be fail u be wu
edruku na ye di surgery.
Yes, o heart be fail u be wu. You can go heaven and earth do any toxicology analysis you won't find such a drug in the ku.
I have poison.
That is it. Because it will force the heart to beat extra. Now, a heart no bubble, so now then, a heart ebo say, na ebo say, how many minutes in the betting abo? Ebe fairly. Sanity. So you see, we are still advanced here to a level, and now Russia, and for those chemicals, now yesterday you do kunipano. First, now we say we did your come police station. We can't say DB. Now, met me a poison. You know, Betty, ube.
Really?
Oh, Alaska. Na poison ye deliberate ye kunipa no ye antidote go ho I reverse it whatever enti nipa no ebenom antidote dependent you see adro no be wura mu a the rate of absorption in the determine ebi wo ha e wura mu immediately na be absorb it and that nipa no will take the antidote before even taking the food enti ekwa antidote no twen poison you know
okay na absorb
it will neutralize it but wa wanya na wadi ekogu mu no heaven na akwakoye ye nyina na yedi ubewu minwu so ana meka say so some of the arguments no multi radio so ye ehun hia because it doesn't matter the extent to unhia solution or answer to the questions you are seeking
to bring a person back
you can't ehun hia because there are a lot and we are still konanima among for ana meka say among for research into medicine sabi ya di nipa be ban kwano people are investing in pseudo medicine. I no so na dey say obetim dey kunipa. Man can't the last time I sat in your student I told you what happened in your friend say that's
right.
And they come to Africa a lot. Hospital and Amewo. Now they used to come there. These are missionary we omoba. Omo dey what happened in Nepal me say omoba no not knowing say kidney harvesting syndicate. No omo fa doctors and nurses. Omo ba theater ho na. Omo theater nurse. Omo anesthetist. Omo doctor, surgeon. And omo nurse. They bring a team. And so what they do so they knock out everybody. Unsa Africans here for my no. You pay attention to certain things. Oh yeah, you want to be free chamber so maybe yama or any atwe ho.
Okay.
So they were given the room. And to omo yes said you not knowing say omo no sa kidney no more harvesting. They were harvesting kidney because kidney near two. You two back one. Obetim back one until bear 20 years no unhuye. They were harvesting kidneys.
And you know also abrophobia by your surgery.
So later no, and a man for shots, you could just kind of who says how much kidney back one. Then they started tracing to that particular way. Or money bomb hosono, nipa no more to two kidney the corner. Nanya the Ketua, Alaska. Ya tutu a man for kidney the cock. And Africa, I want you be a better crown. So, Alaska, we are now quadru say a man for investing in medical advances. Ya the care airban, now people are investing on the other side for crime then as a form. And to be safe, no, we need to ensure say massively, no, you better invest in your health infrastructure and then as a form. Now, at the standard, I am see a bit, you know. Now, you ask yourself, Alaska, 2 days ago, now, World Kidney Day. And tell you, and na emrantia na maiwa 19 ewu okolebu because the renal function renal department you know dialysis ya shutting it down and yeah juma ya mamam for ewu ye because the very moment you're supposed to go for dialysis na say we nya services na onye dan ubewu come akacho say dialysis you know the entire side say kidney no is supposed to extract your metabolic waste from the body. Those things stay a bit toxic, a bit poison organs. Empty say urine, you know, your friends saying a kidney in the quality and money and direct it back to the bladder. Now what you saw there to one way or so the intimate yes jumana. Those metabolic waste will stay in the body. They are very toxic. So or nothing can save you as I way so oko into dialysis now. Dialysis is about to chase chemical waste because the more you eat, the waste need to come out. And so you just imagine say won't mean Johnson and as a form. Now if you want to mean John or more kidney near Juma cry, a better more yasia or monya urethral structure. Babia Johnson a fat abonti by the a seat. Not Johnson tower yasi. And no crown look at Amanda Nipa ehum. When you be over boss, how super pube catheter now. Alaska, one a man will wash you because a best pele back. The very moment I blood at my air back and so the infection there just imagine say kidney infected and as a forum. So Alaska, these are dangerous scenarios you're facing with. You expect to say baby Adri, yes, depend anymore, they know. Young politics and young shame from one nipa and your healthcare dear. I say yeah, and to we MP. That's a wait me in your security party office. When your security are sorry, I'm aware and as a for now to me NC hospital for your people because you have demonstrated. I am not saying say MP Ajumanes Onkosi hospital, but once you have demonstrated the capacity, so wait me yes mano. You do these things as well. Sabaya Nipanba at least you are serving them. But we've gotten to an era, Sabi Alaska hospital. Yes, CSC Hokrano Akikan Wuram. President them and now all the assoable from Oko Shama catch him for no busy hospital. No, what's the Shama and a catcher? No, so President Abedadan go to Shama today and ask them, say, Omo hospital at the same agenda 111. No, I could find more bra when they come to health infrastructure. Now, Sabi Mahama crowd on the time. Onya Daje, see massive hospitals across the country. No, you guys have the gut to brand him incompetent. How much more? It's problem upon problem every day. Sikana there's somebody ya kramon fanye. Anya hwe your friend is here na. Obenya something I didn't search say me the sikana ye we. And I'm sure say ne yemfa kenoforata magina ho ne yemfa aba ni nachi. Ne yemisa ne say on kire baabi a sikana ade ode ye. Wan hwe ya wode ahomte bebu na tietia na yase akuno. Because nyansade bia no obeka kire wo. Hospital no de almost sikura aka. Me say wonim nyansa kra no kumase for to abama wo as MPP political party. Mahama kwakosi sa dan na si ho afare hospital no just imagine and to abama no de kwakosi as a government no ba the first thing you do to ensure that particular hospital will come to stream ama a benefiting nipa enka ebianka minister yare ye enka betumi awroshin de na alcohol because that hospital is supposed to be more advanced than Kolebune Konfanoche su hina no ufri say Ebola hospital we do ko ho enye. Because look at Konfanoche ene otumfo na transe gigi sika say yemfa enye that hospital.
Assembly that's a hail Konfanoche.
Yes. Otumfo nya obianto abama no ono ye ohene ne te krom ho na hu say baabia state no ko no enye and there is the need for us to save the hospital ede ne ho na man for credit na tam so ba kan social media baaye.
That's right.
But he's doing this. How much more the government? The yesi aka wuram and eda ho na nipa nye na dwen say obeye. Now no 3 days ago what is a confirmatory doctors echo wait.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Edanya omo team as medical doctors officers a mo ye adwuma ma aban no ya be ka che omo asase no mote so no aban aton ma private developer so they should exit. So they gave them 1 week eviction notice. So we a doctor now what is adanya me plot no so a doctor for ne medical we ne police for mpanim for no soldier for mpanim for te no what why am 1 week sorry free ho anya asase ne ya ton
aban aton asase ne dia ma
yes
private developer.
Yes. And many hobby. Doctor no mo kasa man for no say they agreed say they will only leave when government provide an alternative accommodation.
Exactly.
And asat na no na obia mo accommodation. Do pama mo kwahi. That is how we don't respect people who deliver care. Malaska, these me say
But you see the media is very quiet on it.
Oh, na media no there. Alaska, me say me chroma dey open mamboye for mo chroma. Mo media birum ka ho.
Yeah, mama.
Oh. Me say the most dangerous person and your friend is saying media person ote console anima always a war of misinformation and disinformation. Terrorists be na China no. Information on the terrorist difference be in the womb. Because you speak to the minds, we see there are people who are very gullible to the stand. Say, and some not artificial radio more, they swallow the hook, line, and sinker. They believe everything. Some do not have the capacity to analyze and do their own way to make informed decisions. The artificial radio and spilling garbage, lies to people. You are poisoning the minds of people. And now, man, for say Ghana for your NDC and MPP for the dog. You can't blame any Ghanaian. Why? Growing up, Metiebi, what do we feed to radio so? And this is the MPP ha. Way and I right. Way nyamona wrong. The person sitting in the middle as a host who is supposed to be more reasonable, knowledgeable to clear the air. So we are the listeners, benya clarity so far that particular issue is concerned. No, Nadia so read text message, not all pick a course. On Kabi. Not a middle. So the average Ghanaian would end up being confused. Because Onimsa and this in their kind of crack. And I said MPP in their kind of crack.
You being a moderator now, I was a mom who said you are on top of issues.
Yes.
Yes.
So Alaska, that is how dangerous the situation has become. And to me, they say, "Yenya shema your home crowd dear, your hospital dear." I say you need upgrade me to a different level.
Right.
Now we a politician, now you just media me was secure to the idea. Meko abonti, meko Germany, meko Russia. I'm saying, and there better no. When you win son of a passport. Na kampasa what na come up airport. And so person who nyansa hwe na about 3 or 4 mabobosi na for 2 hofo and I'm making sure say there is the need for us. Say am no ka say there are health professional nurses oh we school 4 years ago mo da so tifie Alaska nursing adwuma menka we na memfa wie nursing adwuma na mo ye no ho e 2 aspects. You have the theoretical aspect and you have the practical aspect. Theoretical aspect you know only deal with say the rationale why you have to do what you have to do.
Okay.
And no one here, they are can practical. So the more you practice, the more efficient you become. The more practice, the more blunt you become.
The more rusty.
Yes. So just imagine a nurse where we are school 4 years or if you're in your and then you become rusty. So he wakes up a day without going to any workshop and say 4 years after. Government say yeah do more straight to the hospital or what about as a nurse straight why or your friends say national service rotation at that point when you friend you go training or go there as a full nurse but what in a few 4 years those be a crowd for the team that person become a danger to a patient. I won't even blame mono a government then we have the capacity to do so but sikana yede be no kwabra ne betam e da kwoti party office e de si asoro dan ma na yere atuto ajapade ne nasefo nom dan ba akofo te so as a sports stadium and ahiafo no odi omoso nipa na ye di omoso no ye ahiafo poor people who cannot even feed themselves at their expense and ye tam musika na o kan ya ka cho say ya bobra wo bodam omunya maaye no people knew you amanfo nimbra na mobo
Jay Innocent and I'll tell you, I mean, can't hear for sir at exactly 5 p.m. You're not crossing over near far a healing stream live with a healing service with Pastor Chris. Now, I mean, Kai get here for 6 o'clock news. Yes, we found Bramo. In healing air service with Pastor Chris, no, I bet you 5 p.m. to now end 7 p.m. Now, Sianka is a news highlight. You have Bramo at exactly 7 p.m. And more, if there be a phone license at the 2, I come here 3 minutes to air 5. You have pay way. Now, you have Pastor Chris. It's a Friday. Also,